Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling, everybody. And the 2012 Royal Rumble has come to a conclusion. I was able to actually make it back from the game and see the event, but the game was way more exciting, obviously. Let's go Heat! Let's go Heat! We took a whooping down on the Chicago Bulls. Actually, it wasn't a whooping. It was a very exciting contest. It came down to the last second, but you are not here for a basketball review. You're here for a Royal Rumble review. So let's get right into it. One match that surprised me was the triple threat match, Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Big Show. This match was a lot more exciting than I had anticipated it to be. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was wondering how this was going to go down. They just beat up on Daniel Bryan. Wow, did he take a pounding in that match. But he prevailed, and he retained his title. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it. I didn't think they were going to do it, but they did it. And Daniel Bryan won the match. I thought that was really cool, spectacular. Then we had the, I'm not doing these in order, but then we had the Kane versus John Cena match. This match I thought could have been a little better. It was still cool though. It was still a lot of fun. But I was really surprised how they just had Kane bury both Ryder and Cena in this match. Especially with Cena going into WrestleMania to face The Rock. It was kind of surprising to me that they would kind of make him look as weak as they did. But they really wanted to make Kane look strong. I thought maybe The Undertaker was going to make an appearance. When John Cena got to choke slam, I was like, what's going to happen now? But Kane just walked off the victor. So hats off to Kane for a big victory. Next was the WWE Heavyweight Championship match, Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk. This was a good match. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was definitely going to be the show stealer of the night. I think my favorite singles match of the night was the triple threat match. This was a close second. It was still a very good match, don't get me wrong. CM Punk retained for a minute there. I thought he wasn't going to retain, but he absolutely retained his WWE Championship. John Laurinaitis handed him the belt, said, hey, congratulations, gave him a little applause. I don't really think we've seen the last of this feud. I think it's going to continue. We might even get a rematch at Elimination Chamber between these two. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. But good match there. And now on to the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to review the Divas match and the Brodus Clay versus Drew McIntyre match, which I didn't even know was going to be on the card. Okay, so the Royal Rumble. You know, for it being the 25th anniversary, I expected a little more of an in-depth Royal Rumble. There was a lot of comedy spots in this match. I wasn't really expecting that, I guess I should say. A lot of old-timers came in there. As you all know, Jerry the King Lawler, Booker T, and Michael Cole all got out from behind the announce booth and joined into the Royal Rumble at some point. I thought that was kind of silly. When Michael Cole did it, actually, it kind of tied the whole, gimmick together. But at the same time, kind of silly. We had a surprise entrant tonight, and that was Karma, Amazing Kong, Awesome Kong, whatever you want to call her. She came back tonight. That was a total surprise. I have to say I marked out when she did because I was really looking forward to her going head-to-head with Beth Phoenix. So I hope they get on that and make the women's division interesting with these two. So hopefully Karma is back now for good. So we had her come back. Then we had Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I mean, that was kind of a joke. People said he was going to come back, and they were right. What else? Mick Foley. He was my favorite, part of the Rumble, outside of the main storyline. I thought he did good in it. He did as good as he was going to do. Foley was very entertaining. Kofi Kingston had an amazing move, reflections of John Morrison's Spider-Man move from last year. Kofi Kingston this year, he went out, he got eliminated, but he landed in a position to where, well, no, he landed, then he tried to get back in the ring, and I believe The Miz or Cody Rhodes, one of the two, had him by the legs and were going to dump him out, and he landed on his hands, and he did a handstand, I mean a full handstand, and went about 10 feet to the steel stairs and did not get eliminated on his hands. It was amazing, brilliant. Definitely the move of the night of the Royal Rumble. That was just really killer. What else happened? I'm sorry, I'm reading on this list here. You would think I would remember, but I've had a pretty big day today. The Great Khali came back. That was stupid. Ricardo Rodriguez came out and took Alberto Del Rio's spot, ADR's spot. That was kind of cool, when he came back. I mean, it was a little silly because then we had Santino come out and everything. But initially when it happened, he drove up in this piece of crap car, just totally ragged out car, kind of making fun of Del Rio. I think when Del Rio comes back, he's going to have some words with Ricardo for doing that. Who knows? But he came in and took his spot. And then let's just skip to the end here. We had Randy Orton, Sheamus, Chris Jericho, and who? Who was the fourth one there? The Big Show. That's right. Pretty surprising there. Basically, Sheamus won the Royal Rumble. We all thought it was going to be Chris Jericho, but Sheamus surprised us all, and now he's going on to WrestleMania as the, I guess, number one contender. Who's he going to face? Is it going to be Daniel Bryan? It's going to be CM Punk. I thought this was all going to set up the big best in the world versus best in the world, which I still think can happen. Just because Sheamus eliminated Jericho doesn't mean that he's going to challenge CM Punk. He may challenge the SmackDown champion, which is probably more likely. It's kind of good they didn't have Jericho go over in a sense, because that's what everyone expected. However, it was not the end of the world as we know it. Jericho really didn't do anything too special, so I don't know what that whole build-up was about. But anyways, there's your Royal Rumble review. I have to say I'll give it 6.5 stars. It wasn't a great Royal Rumble, really. I thought it could have been a lot better. So I'm glad I didn't rush home to watch this. I ended up coming home early. We stayed for the entire game, mind you. But we got caught in traffic and we kind of lost our reservation at the restaurant, and everyone was tired and they wanted to just come home and order pizza, and I was all for that because I got to order the Rumble. So we got home at 7:50, 10 minutes before the Rumble. So I dialed that sucker up and was able to watch it. It was enjoyable, it was fun, but it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. So I hope you guys had a good night, and I'll see you next time on Hot Water Wrestling.